Okay, just woke up from a nap, my day off. Just to remind you, everyone, this is not a sponsored link. This is a recommended product. Aldi, their Deutsche Küche line of authentic German food. It's on sale this week. Their promotion this week. A whole bunch of stuff. Spätzle, if you like macaroni and cheese, man, try the Spätzle. Good stuff. Not quite elbow macaroni, but close. Even better, put Spätzle with some schnitzel on top and the gravy. But yeah, their Deutsche Küche stuff, all of it. Good stuff. Okay, guys. This is a big box. I'll show you the big box at the end because it's heavy. It's a moving box, actually, but full of stuff I've collected. Mostly, I think it's just print material, ephemera, related to comics. So let's dig in. No idea what's in it. Off the top, used to be late 90s, early aughts. Bars would have postcard displays, and they were ads. And I don't know why. I mean, it's kind of like a large business card. Most of them was like, why pick them up? Because they weren't that great. But this one was interesting. This was a photo mosaic. Feel fitness within every inch of your skin. All right. This is Max Rax is the name of the company. Hydro Clean Body Wash. Pore Purifying Microbead Face Wash. Right. So Max Rax free cards. Area code 212, which makes it New York City. Max Rax is a registered trademark of Glitter, Anapol, and Glazer Communications Incorporated. This is 1999, Procter & Gamble. But again, if you go in for close-up, this is a close-up. Yeah, I'm going to go up on the nose. You can see that those are all pictures of people doing athletically things. And I think that photo is right there. I don't know if you can see it. Oops, excuse me. Right above my thumbnail. See that? So you probably could do an infinite thing, right? Just that would be actually a cool. This is probably copyrighted. Photo mosaic is the name of the guy who is the name of the product. Big thing in the late 1990s. This I already looked at. It's receipts from auctions. I'm not going to tell you what is in there or how much I spent, but well worth it. Here we have, oh yes, not this guy, I know this guy. Nick Suzanne Mess. Spin, weave, and cut blogspot.com. Here, if you're wondering how to spell his name. Oh, these are double-sided. And I got him my book. I want to say he wrote one of the early books, but he wrote, this is, I guess, turn of the century. I think it was through MIT, one of the university presses. But he did his thesis on comics and how they work, really. I did in comics, which is really cool. It's kind of like the philosophical side of understanding comics. Symbolism. There's an invitation I got from Archie Comics. This was actually good to see. I'm surprised they haven't tried reprinting this again because it was a good series. Jinx graphic novel. Jinx was one of the little Archie characters. I don't think she ever crossed over with little Archie though, but she was one of those little kid characters they had. And this is her going into high school, I think. J-Toys. And this was the ALA midwinter meeting at Dallas, Texas. And that was a good nice little party. And a great book. Good free graphic novel. Now, I don't know what these are. These, now again, I have these are great. This is a great idea, really, if you can. Just buy a box of these. Because if you have stuff that's anywhere close to a 8 by 11. They're going to fit in here. These are like 9 by 12. So in here, what do I have? Well, I have Timber T Golf Comics from Germany. I don't know if it's German. Yeah, it is German because you can see Nummer, although it's in English. Dimple goes missing. All right. Here's a 2002 calendar. Here is an example of the comics. Okay. Let me get that center spread again so I can put the calendar back in here without it damaging. 36-page comic, which includes the covers. There we go. Timber Productions, GmbH, yeah. Golf Around the World. And this is number 2, volume 1, Golf Comics. But again, teaching kids about, there's even an ad for an audiobook. Okay. Whatever works. Do you not see a website on this? I don't even see an indicia. Masks in the back, maybe? Nope. Timber-productions.com. Don't know if they're still around. But out of Hamburg. Okay, there's the information right there. Oh. I guess there's even a video game. Or maybe it's a soundtrack. Okay, so anyway, I put it in here because I don't want to get thinged up. Oops, and also in here we have the Panel House, issue 5. $3.95 American, £7.75 British. In the end, it is a magazine about comics. We'll put those two together, and we'll do them. Next one, this says ink stains, which I believe is the SVA. Ink stains 3 and ink stains. So here's November 20, 2005. And this is, again, I believe, an anthology magazine from SVA, S Illustrations. Ink Stains, an anthology of comics by students from the School of Visual Arts, is produced in partnership with Cartoon Allies, a student-run cartoonist advocacy organization. CartoonAllies.org. Okay. So, don't know what these people went on to become, but it's always nice to grab stuff. And again, it's free. But again, you see a variety of comics being done by college kids. This does not have an issue number on the front. This is nope. That's a great cover. Oh wait, it wraps around, kind of, sort of. This is I wonder what happened with CartoonAllies.org still exists. And what they're up to. Never heard of them. I was in New York I would go to the SVA events all the time. They even did a little mini con. Let's just put that in there. Let's see. Oops, not that one. And while we're waiting, these are interesting because they're like cheese puffs with the peanuts. At least on Twitter, at Cartoon Allies. Instagram, Facebook. Okay. Well, there you go. All right, back to the camera. Hey, guys. One more envelope. Mystery envelope. What surprises inside? What's packed? We have Cartoon and Cocktails, 95, a celebrity auction of political cartoons. Okay. When I lived in D.C., Washington, D.C., there was a cartoon museum. This is, but this isn't involved. This is a celebrity auction of political cartoons sponsored by the National Press Club to benefit the programs of Young DC. Thursday, October 5th, 1995, National Press Club. And there was my bid card. I don't know if I won anything. I might have. At least I tried. But here is the order, the sales sheet. That's the number of kids. That's all my name. Gary Trudeau's in here. Conrad, Lukovich, McNally, Talneus. And I think I met briefly Lynn Johnston there. Nice lady. Because this would be early in her career, I'm going to look up. Some of these guys donated multiple. Yeah. Paul Conrad. Danziger, Jeff Danziger. Yeah. Ann Gantz, freelance cartoonist. Wow. Ann Gibbons. Stan Goldberg, Archie. I think I ever got a price list or kept a price list when I was there. So yeah, there's Lynn Johnston, Pete Hoffman, Jeff Cobb, strips. Mike Lukovich. Excuse me. Jeff McNally. A lot of Jim Warren, a lot of editorial cartoons. Mike Peters, the Sunday the Goose and Graham. Antonelle's North American Syndicate. There she is. Yeah, that's pretty timely, I think. Oh, and Croc. Maury Turner with Wee Pals. There's the Gary Trudeau Doonesbury. And artwork. So, and then we have the Shoujo Manga Anthology, April 2002, issue number 1. Is a publication of the Shoujo Manga Club of School of Visual Arts. And this was 2002, folks. So this is like maybe the first, I don't know, say 1999 was when Pokemon arrived. So these kids might be at the forefront of it. I don't know what happened to them. I hope they're still doing comics of some sort. Be fun too. That might be another post to go through these names. A lot of these people at Yahoo and Hotmail accounts and Netscape.net emails. But interesting. Should be, you know. Here we have Shigo Rising, a promo from Soulmate Publications. And no. Oh, these are my friends Robin Riggs and Elaine Riggs. I don't know what happened. So yeah, she even cited for me. They're good guys. Don't know what happened to them. Well, not happened to. I know what happened. I'm still see them on Facebook. I don't know what happened to that thing. And then we have the Machine Stops. Again, this is kind of a mine comic. It's kind of a zine because it's photocopied. I mean, it's got French flaps. That's nice. Kate Draka. Katewr. excuse me, K-A-T-E, excuse me, KATEDRWECKA.com, or Coffee Spoons Comics. But there you have it. And a little Paper Women, Chris Stressen. I met her, wow, back in like 94, 95, SPX. And she, 2001, 2002. Great style. Interesting comics. I even have some greeting cards she did when I worked at the bookstore. I think it was recycled greetings. It was like, and every so often, the buyer would come in, the rep would come in and say, okay, these books, these cards are no good, not selling anymore, toss it, right? In the trash. And I found a few of hers, so I grabbed them. And then I also got a ton of the envelopes. These greeting card envelopes are great for all sorts of things. Okay. That's the top layer stuff. Now, I got piles and bags of stuff. This might take a while. Let's get the big stuff out of the way. 2 issues of previews. Number 298 for September 2013. And number 311 from August 2014. That's an interesting copy. What was this? Witches. Scott Snyder and Jock. And in case you're wondering, yes, we have 575 plus pages in that one. Here we have the Star Wars. The last things Dark Horse did was they took the original screenplay from George Lucas and adapted that. And this is 500 pages. Right. Now, yeah, we got some good stuff here. Now, boxes within boxes, yeah? Yeah. And here's what's inside. Oversized stuff. Okay, go through this pretty quick here. Starting at the bottom, all the big stuff. We have previews. 2014, 2013. All right, that goes back in here. I'm not going to delve into those. We have at the bottom Comics Value Monthly from 1993, folks. Yep, I know you're wondering too. So I'm just going to do a modern age Spider-Man, number 252. $20, guys. In the back here, I believe they have the other stuff. No bone. That's interesting. Cages, the first issue of Cages. $14. I think that's been, yeah, he did complete that. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah, here we go. Archie, first issue from Archie, which are great. The TV series, the cartoons, $10. $9 for the second series. Okay. Weird Science. Oh, what's this in back? Independence Black and White. Here we go. Bone number 1, $10. This is 1993, issue number 79. Oh yes, I only had a time machine. This next on here, DC Direct Currents, number 69. December cover date. Here is Lobo Goes Monthly. And Children's Crusade, which was a Neil Gaiman sponsored thing. Yeah, this is December 1993. My cover 4. Sandman 56. That's how long ago this was. But I like to keep these because they're advertising and they give you some insight on things. And then we have here Amazing Heroes previews mostly. I like these because like the fall preview issue of TV Guide. These are a great thing to see. Here is 1988, July 15th, 1988. This, again, is what it says, preview special. This is all the upcoming stuff for, I guess, the next 6 months or so. It's fun to read through it, see what got published within it, stuff that just is forgotten. Of course, at the back, they have all the publishers. Here's number 5 when it went to, it became its own special series, summer 87. Great cover, Art Adams cover featuring, I forget who that character is called, but Gumby, I don't know who else. Giant baby running a giant robot. Come on, I would buy this comic right there. Just that cover. Come on. Here we have 2 copies of this number 2 special. One of which is outside the bag. So we're gonna just flip through that really quick. There's a Steve Root cover. Prime Slime Tales, published by Mirage Studios, the Turtle guys. Index to creators, back issues. Power Man and Iron Fist. Johnny Quest, Journey, Judge Dredd, Justice League of America. John Byrne Classics from Fantagraphics. Yes, folks, Fantagraphics published John Byrne. Can you believe it? This series will reprint all 7 issues of John Byrne's first full-length professional comic, Doomsday Plus One. Were initially published by Charlton Comics in the 1970s and then reprinted. You will be providing new covers for each issue. Let's see if this got published. Okay. Classics. Graphics to that, because why not? And somebody mentions it. Was it published? But again, this is fun stuff. Just by apparently Byrne protests and ended up being called Doomsday Squad instead. He was also apparently supposed to supply the covers, but only did 2, while most of the remaining issues were done by Gil Kane instead. Yep, there are actual comics listed there. So why would they publish them? Could be that, once Carlton went bankrupt, they bought the rights to that series, just like Last Kiss bought up the romance comics from Charlton. John Lustig, by the way, great stuff. And then they recolored it. Wow. Okay, so it's out there. I don't know if it's ever been collected into a trade. Wow. Again, excuse me. Lord knows what's floating in the air around here. So, just an example of what you find in these old little missing human preview specials. Here we have a great cover by, look how thick that sucker is. Will Eisner, Batman, 50th anniversary homage with the Spirit. This is January 15th, 1989. Commandosars from Peter Laird and Steve Bissett. Really? Steve Bissett? They ask him about that. First Limited series from Mirage Press. Commandosars. And here we have the 1985 preview issue. This is from January 1st, 1985, with a wonderful Love and Rockets comics cover. So, yeah, each of those is probably worth another YouTube video. Does the microphone pick up that crunch? Boy, that is amazing. All right. Here we have all the way in the bottom of the box. More previews. Star Trek toys from Diamond Select. November, December 2012, January 2013. Let's go right back in here. Oh, okay, next. I probably should save this for last, but I'm going to show it to you now. Just finished his latest book. Brian Selznick won the Caldecott Award, which was quite amazing because it's for a big, thick book, not a picture book. Best illustrated work for children of the year. The Invention of Hugo Cabret, which got turned into a movie called Hugo. Beautiful book, half text, half wonderful, amazing graphite illustrations. Silent, but comics. He has done many other books since then. Everything he's done is amazing. Just go and read it if you like. Well illustrated, good stories. They're all somewhat suitable for kids, but he's so amazing. Well, I think this was at a trade show. Might have been ALA, might have been Book Expo. Here's the Marvels, Brian Selznick. I think this is his third book. Again. So, let's open it up. Ta-da. Can I see myself in there? Yeah, I can make out my face and the glasses. Wow. Okay. Here we have the Ark. And this tells a multitude. Now you can see right here, excuse me, that is all illustration. So the first half of the book, I don't want to open this too far, but there's an example of just how amazing it is. And then it goes into a text, and then it goes into a finale. I don't know if there's a year on here or not. But a great story. They're all good stories, wonderfully illustrated. And then in the bottom, what's this? What's this? Two things. On the very bottom, we have this envelope. Oops, sorry. And inside is, dear friends, I'm so happy to share this early copy of my new book, The Marvels, with you. I'd like to think of the book after the mention of Hugo Cabret and Wonderstruck as a final part of a trilogy. It's not a traditional trilogy with characters and storylines that connect, though. It's a thematic and structural trilogy that explores how words and pictures can combine in different ways to tell stories about love and family and finding your place in the world. The Marvels is an adventure, a mystery, and a multi-generational epic. Enjoy the ride. I'm also thrilled that Scholastic is providing you with a special print of one of my illustrations from the Marvels. It is reproduced at the same size I drew all the pictures in the book. And that is here. The stage. I don't think this is in the book. But man, amazing. Okay. But so it doesn't get damaged. And a very not very I'll say nice guy, but he's approachable. I've met him a few times. I showed off, I think, in one of the previous videos, the giant 20th anniversary covers he did for. He redrew the covers for Harry Potter, so they all connect, and it's a giant poster. They did a huge banner for it at Book Expo. 7 covers, but they made one big long poster. And I have that poster. I think I saw it. So, nice. And of course, Classic doesn't have to do this. This is Brian Selznick. He is, he's established at this point. Excuse me. Here's a thought. What if I'm allergic to the tissue paper? How would you know? Okay, now we're on the other side. The bag is from Forbidden Planet, New York. Great store, just south of Union Square, New York City, about 9th and Broadway. Go there. It's great. This is a third location. Great staff, great selection of stuff. Of both comics and games, and you've got one you didn't know you wanted. What these are mini comics. Only count. Team both. Collected into a graphic novel, colored. But these are mini comics. You can, as you can see, 8x11, stapled in the middle. And these, I mean, I guess it comes out of the fanzine era. This is not a mini. Oh, I guess it's a mini comic. But it's for the Center of Cartoon Studies. Great little thing. Brief introduction: how to draw comics. Start to think about learning to draw comics. Plus a guidebook to the Center for Cartoon Studies, located in White River Junction, Vermont, established in 2005. And again, nice little thing. This is probably still in print, but that's what all this is. These are mini comics, which. I think I have some Randy Segelmeyer in here. I'm not going to dig it out right now. But just, oh yes, hey, and this was just random, guys. I just pulled this out of there. Takeout. Number 2, Randy Segelmeyer. 25 cents. Lord knows what it's worth now. I'm not going to sell it. She has, I think, 12. I don't know if she's ever collected this. Raina, I don't know if you want to collect this, but again, this is stuff she did while she was at the School of Visual Arts. A look at my freezer, an accidental portrait of college living. Oil painting, retards drawing. Ice, vodka, Jesse's. Frozen peas, mine. Oh my. There's a page on here about, which I think might have been put in Smile. Barefoot, her reaction to Barefoot Jim. Takeout number 2, copyright 2002, Randy Segelmeyer. I doubt her Yahoo email still works. Raina's first illustrated book, Awkward Moments, was published in 2001. She has now worked on a 60-page picture story. Raina's the editor of Ink Stains magazine. Wow. So there you have it, folks. What's this big thick sucker? Sinful Cynthia, Choose Your Own Adventure by Ariel and Toby. This is Small Bait Publishing, which is, I believe, first printing July 15, 2001. There's an example of what it is. It's illustrated. Choose Your Own Adventure. Ariel Schrag and Toby. Yep. There you go. All sorts of things in here. This stuff I've collected. A lot of these are sold for like, I mean, I just sell them where I think it was 25 cents. An actual book. I have some more. Oh my, I wonder what that's worth. Anyway, we'll get to that in a moment. The DC Comic Guide to Color and Lettering Comics. Mark Chiarello, Todd Klein. Todd Klein, we should just rename the Eisner Award for lettering after him. He won it like 13 times in a row. I think he's kind of every time took his. I mean, he still gets nominated, but I think other people get it now. Here's ISBN, ISBN, EAN, barcode. Great series by DC, published through Guptill, Watson Guptill. I keep asking them, guys, do a box set. Because this is a series. I don't know if I ever got him to sign it. I don't think I did. Definitely visit Todd Klein. Visit his website on lettering and titles. Not captions. Logos. Just an amazing talent. This was published in 2004. But DC has done, they did a whole series of these books. Which again, they don't mention in the back for some reason. Here, just to show you an example here. He goes into here and tells you how to actually make, a good chunk of this is how to make your own hand lettering alphabets, which is just insane. You know, logo placement. But I want to find that, how to use an Ames lettering guide. Here we go. He actually sells this on the site. I don't think he sells the colored ones anymore. I own a few of those, but he definitely has it for black and white. A lettering sampler, where he talks. This is July 1993, and he uses the text inside to talk about it. But this whole series is excellent. How to Write Comics started it. DC Comics Guide to Writing. Denny O'Neil. There, of course, is inking. I want to say penciling. It might be a separate one. There's a storytelling one, which is great. Let's just see. DC Comics Guide. I don't know if they're still in print. I would hope so. Actually, digitally drawing comics, inking comics, writing comics. Creating comics. Oh, there's a whole visual here. Okay, just let me go to images. So it's penciling, which was, I believe, is, yes, Klaus Janson. Coloring, lettering, I just showed you. Writing, of course, is Denny O'Neil. Inking comics. Also by Klaus Janson. Digitally drawing comics by Fred. Oh my God, Freddie E. Williams II. Definitely worth it. And there are some hardcover editions out there. I think they got rebound for the library market. I bought a few because they're hardcover. Come on. Why wouldn't you want this in hardcover? So anyway, that's that pile. Right. Next, we have the Invincible one, number one. Not Invincible number one, but the Invincible number one script book. Yeah, I'm going to look this up just because I'm curious. Is it worth anything? Yeah, probably not. But, you know, in this day and age, you never, I mean, you never know. I don't think I've ever gotten to sign it. Collecting the entire scripts of Invincible number 1 through 6 by Robert Kirkman. Wow. Okay. And I picked these up because I like to see how the sausage is made. Invincible Script Book, 2006. They only did one issue. But again, I like to see the scripts. Sometimes what I even like better is when they do the director's cut. They reprint it black and white, and then they have the strip with it. They have it a 9.8 original for auction, up on auction. So no idea what it's worth. Okay. But someone thought to get it slapped. It's actually pretty good condition for being, excuse me, let me go back to the camera. For being, just lying in a box somewhere. I know. And then we have the Hunter Killer script book. I never read this, Top Cow. But again, it's Mark Waid, Mark Silvestri. Mark Waid, seriously, I think if Mark Waid just published a book where it was blank panels with the word balloons, I'd probably read it. But again, and it has the proposal in here. It has, so it's the first issue, but there's the proposal, and then there's the how we met sort of thing. So, good stuff. And then we have the complete guide to publishing a successful comic book by Tony C. Caputo, Mars Media Group. First printing, no barcode on the back, so I don't know if he knows how to publish a successful graphic novel or book. But hey, yeah, I don't think there's an ISBN on this. Yeah. And then look at this layout here. Hey, I typeset this on Microsoft Word. There's a lot of good information I'm sharing here, but geez. And the figures, there are some figures and things, photos. I think he's reprinted this a few times, but geez, this is just, again, how not to publish a book. And now I think these might have been on the bookshelf next to my whatever. I had one bookshelf and I put all the good stuff on there. Here we have Understanding Comics, The Invisible Art. This is Kitchen Sink Press. Here we go. $27.95 originally. And there is a signed and numbered hardcover available for $34.95. Okay. Let's go to A-Books. I'm going to run this number through the system because this is the hardcover, the first printing, which was by Kitchen Sink Press. Oh, that's clever. 0878162445. Original price $27.95. And 100 smackers. It's the second edition. And of course, I got him to sign it. Not exactly sure what he signed it, but geez. Editorial advice and selective ego trimming. Steve Bissett, Kurt Busiek, Neil Gaiman, Bob Lapman, Jennifer Lee, Larry Marder, Ivy Ratafia, which extra special thanks to Will Eisner. Mark Martin was the editor. This is a printing, July 1993. Signed hardcover. Let's see what those are going for. Of course, this has since been reprinted by HarperCollins and hardcover and paperback, still in print. So that stink. Oh, wait. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to search the ISBN online. Anyway, seminal work. I do have this in paperback too. Blew my mind. Been collecting, reading comics seriously for 10 years. This comes out in 1993. And I thought, wow, there's a lot of stuff I don't know about comics. Oh, it even has a thing back in the day. I don't know where it came from, but yeah. I paid $27.95 for this, so it looks like. So there. Wow. And there it is. Okay, yeah, no copies available, but definitely buy the hardcover from HarperCollins, especially if you like comics. I know somebody who does. Just amazing work. Here we have Gustavo Duarte, Monstros. And yes, that is the Fernian there. I want to say Italy. Don't quote me on that. 2012, Brazil. Um, I met him at the Mocha Fest. I forget which year. But I loved his style. And I got some of his mini comics. And wow, this is all silent. This is on here. I can show them. Great. For example. Now, in America, he's best known for the Dear Justice League book that came out a few years ago, which DC also published as a free comic book issue. Mini. But yeah, just a master of. I want to say he's a animator. He's got that style. His style is so clean yet so unique, and the storytelling is great. It's just buy everything it is, okay? No matter what language it is. Just look at the pictures if you have to. And then we have 99 Ways to Tell a Story. Exercise the Style, Matt Madden. Great educator of comics. It's good comics too, but this is similar to that book of Raymond Queneau's 1947 book, where he goes through 99 ways to tell a story in text. But Matt Madden takes a simple idea and shows you how to tell a story in different points of view, different styles. Silhouette. Underground Comics. Yeah. Tense. Okay, nice little book. This was from Chamberlain Brothers, which is part of Penguin. So it shouldn't be too hard to find. This was $17. Did I get him to sign it? Yes, I did. That's fairly Mocha. So Mocha 7. I always try to get them to do self-portraits. So, another good how-to book for comics creators. Here we have, I think was water damage, but still readable. And if you can find it, grab it. This is a $9, $10 book. Comic book lettering the comic craft way. And this is the Todd Klein stuff is great, especially on the art and craft of it. This comic craft, of course, pioneered computer lettering, and they tell a story here. And again, it's totally comic book style. It's 64 pages. 64 pages. And they do even tell you how to do it on a computer. Now, this, I'm going to give you the ISBN on this. It is 0974056731. That's the old one. There's also a 13-digit DAN. But $5. Yeah, I think it's still in, I want to say it's still in print. I would hope so. There's probably a PDF or something on their website, which is published by Active Images. This is their fourth book that they ever published. And then they sell cartoon lettering on their website, which is Active Images, activeimages.com, comicraft.com, and that's COMICRAFT, comicbookfonts.com, and hipflask.com. But again, if you're starting off or you just need some good old-fashioned or modern comic book lettering, they'll have it there fairly cheap. And they do specials usually around the time of San Diego Comic-Con. I have a few discs I bought from them, which are like this beginner set. But a really good book on lettering. Between those two. Oh, and this is Sex is Fun. Creative ideas for exciting sex, fully illustrated. Kidder Caper. Josh Lynch. Josh Lynch, let me see if I can find something here that is... Oh, there we go. That's suitable. How to find and stimulate his prostate gland. It's a fun, lucky thing. Nice style, straightforward. Have some comics here at the beginning. Just can't really show them to you. Oh, here we go. Okay, this was $20. Mine's kind of beat up. No, it's not what you think. 978 158 333 3921. So, about the authors. Kidder Caper, Laura Rad as a podcast, and this is a podcast back in 2010, and Josh Lynch. Rich Flood was inks. Ooh, that's a good. Who would win in a fight, RoboCop or the Terminator? Anyway. Oh, and it was a remainder, so I didn't even pay full price for it. See that? Remainder mark. So, I got cheap sex. And, my friends, here's the box. Okay. For now, I'm going to keep it like it is. It's almost completely full. It's going to go on top of something, so it's not going to get crushed per se. But wow, a lot of cool stuff in there, eh? Yeah? Huh? Aren't you glad you stopped by? Yeah, that goes on that side. So we're at almost an hour now, folks. So hope you enjoyed that. There's some stuff that might appear in other videos, like those preview issues. Man, there's a lot of stuff in there. Mini's going that side. Let's go on. Well, that's comic size too. The only problem is making sure they're the same height. All right. Those mini comics, I think I probably will give it a second. At its own video as well. So there we have it. I hope you enjoyed that. I sure did. I'll have to catalog that. Excuse me. I shouldn't do that on video, I know, but nah. Anyway. So, peanut puffs, guys. Let's go to Aldi. They're Bienekuchen. The Spätzle, which I mentioned. Peanut puff. The Domino Steiner. I call them Domino Steiner. Actually, Domino cubes. But what it is, it's the marzipan jelly. I think a cookie base covered in chocolate. It's this little, basically like an ice cube. But oh, so good. Anyway, that's a wrap. Hope you enjoyed that. And as always, keep reading comics. Share what you love. Accentuate the positive. Eliminate the negative. And I hope you'll see me again real soon. Until then, have a great evening.